yes! Here we are then. Blackpool 2024 is coming at you, and I am here with the magnificent seven. 7 things you can't miss at this year's Blackpool Magic Convention. I've decided to come at things from a slightly different angle this year. Sure, we've got Matt King, the Clairvoyants, all the big names that you obviously want to see, but I've decided to come at this from a slightly different angle. And with that in mind, we're going to start on the Wednesday night. That's right, the Wednesday night. And Mr. Craig Petty. People might be wondering why Craig Petty is on my best things to do at Blackpool this year when you're not even on the program to do Blackpool.
Absolutely. Well, we are holding the 2nd annual Magic Podcast, Black Arts Podcast meetup on the Wednesday nights, live at the House of Secrets, which is Russ Brown's bar, literally just outside the front of the Winter Gardens. And last year was crazy good. We had Pete Turner, we had Danny Goldsmith, we had some of the big stars in Magic just hanging out in the bar. So the whole idea with this is it's a meetup before the convention so that everybody can kind of meet everybody else beforehand. And then when you're at the convention and you're overwhelmed and you're knee deep in card tricks, you can go, oh, I remember that guy from the House of Secrets. So Russ Brown has put tickets on the website. They're free, but we have to limit numbers. So if people want to come along, you go on the House of Secrets website. The tickets are available now. You put yourself down for as many tickets as you want to. They're free, and then you just turn up and we check your name on the door, and you come in and hang out.
I didn't know it was ticket only, so I'm going to have to go and book my ticket now. I'm lecturing Wednesday night, but this is until 2, so I'll get there in time. I'll be able to come in about midnight and see everybody. Wicked.
This is just a meet-up for everybody who listens to the podcast, just to say hi, especially for new people who want to come along and meet some people before they go to the convention. This is the perfect way to do it.
So let's move on to the convention itself. And the first thing is the first lecture of the first day. We've got the editor of Vanish Magic magazine, Mr. Paul Ramhani. Tell us about it, Paul.
I'll be doing my chaplain show and talking about how to make a living as a silent performer, which has taken me to 125 countries and more. How to add humor or visual magic, silent magic to your show. I originally started off with a 12-minute show, got booked on a cruise ship, and within a week had to do 45 minutes. And so I talk about that's the biggest thing I'm going to talk about is how to develop a complete show from beginning to end, and I was forced to do it, and that's I'll give that away. And there is a big secret there. But the biggest thing I discovered is the impact that magic has if you don't say anything, because it's just completely different. It's actually stronger.
So you're going to be talking about close-up and stage?
Yeah, I think because it combines both. It really is both worlds, and it really enhances the magic, but the skill set, it's a completely different skill set, because you have to be able to do everything, but it just makes it so much stronger.
And even if you're not using the silent thing, the skills that you'll learn doing it silently when you throw your speaking back in is going to improve it tenfold, I imagine.
Well, one of the things that I really learned was just to stand back. So imagine you just do a card change. Imagine I have a card chosen, just something really simple. You have a card chosen. I can show the top card is a playing card. It's not their card. I take that card, place it in their hand, and if I just step back, don't say anything, step back, and maybe just give a little nod, and they're like, what? And then there's a beat, but it's completely, I don't say anything. I don't say turn the card over. Their brain goes, no. They're thinking, they click, and they go, no way. And then everyone else goes, no, you can hear them go, no way. For those that do talk, you're going to take away a lot of stuff, little things, little points like that. This is little stuff I just discovered over doing this act for over 40 years.
Next up, we've got one of the big names of the convention, one of the big stars. And I've put him on this slightly offbeat list because you might think that you've seen him before. He was on at the convention just before COVID, and now he's back, but he's back with a brand new show. and a brand new lecture. And here to tell us about it is the devilishly charming and devilishly handsome Mr. Ben Hart. I'm really looking forward to seeing you at Blackpool. I know you were there just before COVID, but you're back again with a new show and a new lecture. Let's start off with the show, shall we? What's the show that you've got for us?
This is a show called Jadoo, and it's a show I've been doing for the last year. It's about Indian magic, and it came from the fact that I have some Indian heritage, and I thought that would be an interesting thing to make a show about. And the Blackpool bookers saw the show, and they thought, wow, that's a really nice show it's made for the lay public. But they asked me if I would sort of bring the show and the atmosphere that comes with it to Blackpool. So we're doing the show. The show's performed sort of like in the round with the audience sitting all the way around me. So the plan is that we will turn one of the venues into a sort of performance space in the round, and I will do the show as I do it for the public. I think it's amazing that they've asked me to bring the show, like that they're prepared to build the space around the show. I think that's a really interesting booking for them.
It's going to be incredible. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. But you've also got a lecture going on the Friday afternoon, I believe.
Last time I lectured at Blackpool, I sort of really did do tricks and explanations. I think this time I might do something more theory-based.
That'd be fantastic. I'd love to see that, because your magic is all about character and personality and bringing you into a story and getting that story across, bringing the whole ambience and the atmosphere of magic and making that appeal to the whole audience. So I'm sure that's going to be a fascinating thing if you can tell us something about that rather than just explaining a few tricks, which a lot of the other magicians will be doing.
Yeah, all the things I like about magic, the atmosphere of magic, they're kind of all the things you don't get at a magic convention. Even if you put a really strong act on, in the environment of like you're in a lecture hall in the daytime with the light coming in through the windows and people are sort of going in and out of the back, like the atmosphere doesn't really exist at the convention. So it would be interesting to try to talk about that, how you make that.
Ben, it's been absolutely wonderful talking to you. Thanks very much for coming out. I know you're off in France touring at the minute doing your show. I will see you in Blackpool. Make sure everyone comes and sees the show. Jadoo, twice on a Saturday night and then the Friday afternoon lecture. Cheers, Ben. See you later, buddy.
See you later. I look forward to seeing you there.
Now, I know what regular viewers to this show might be thinking. Where's the bundle? For the last few years, I've put a crazy bundle deal together. And to be honest, I wasn't going to do it this year, but I've already have a few people messaging me, asking me if I'm going to do it. So, I'm going to do it. And first in the bundle is...
We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
Swiper, an incredible out-of-this-world trick. That's going in. Next up, we've got one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet. He's a top working professional and a very funny, entertaining performer. And here to tell us about his first ever Blackpool appearance, it's Tom Wright.
But I've never done a lecture, never done a show at Blackpool, never thought I'd ever get asked. So it was a bit of a shock when I did.
This is one of the things about you. You are so modest and humble. It's one of the most endearing facts about you, but your stuff is incredible. Your show is just funny, original from start to finish. Everything that I've seen about it, honestly, I'm just laughing my head off at it. Your timing, your rhythm, I can't wait to see it all put together.
My show is, it's I don't take myself seriously. From the moment it starts, I'm just an idiot. And, it's so in my mind, I'm almost like, in my mind, my character's almost like someone who has made it, but he's on the way down on his career and everything's going wrong. And so that's it. He's on the slippery slope down. That's sort of in my head. That's the character.
Everyone's looking forward to seeing Matt King and doing his comedy show. I think your show is going to top it. I really do. I love Matt King. I've seen it loads. I would recommend, if you could only see one, to come and see yours. But obviously, Matt King's going to smash it.
Mate,
you are the man. For me, it's the highlight of what I want to come and see. I can't wait.
That's insane. I can't believe you're saying this. Like, that's nuts. That is nuts. Oh, I hope I don't let you down. Okay. I'll try my best.
Do your best, that's all we can ask for. And you got your lecture as well on the Friday.
My lecture is not funny at all. It's like all my thread stuff. It's all the haunted deck and the coin spinning and stuff like that. There's not really anything funny in it. So when they see my show, it's like seeing two completely different people. And I think it might people might be coming to see the show thinking, oh, where's the levitation stuff? And then it's like one big massive piss take.
Let's get back to the bundle. Last year, one of the smash hits of the convention was Brass Buttons, but now it's back and it's better than ever. Thrown in the bundle with a value of £40, it's Silver Buttons.
This is just brilliant. This is the best version of Copper Silver Brass I've ever seen.
I have never seen anything like it.
Either have I. It's just an incredible idea.
I'm giving Brass Buttons a 10 out of 10. If I could give it more, I would.
Trust me, these coins, this set, whatever you want to call it, does the work for you.
I can't say any more. What more can I say? It's absolutely wonderful.
Also going in the bundle are two other releases. Now they're not brand new for Blackpool, but they've been released since the last Blackpool. So we'll put them in there. We've got the Marvellous Nesting Envelopes.
Because you can read my mind.
And the favourite trick that I do, 2020 Visions.
Oh, Matt, what is your favourite trick?
What's your favourite trick? What's your favourite trick?
What's your favourite trick?
What's your favourite trick?
Quel est ton top?
It's Visions. One of the mainstays of the Saturday night at the convention is Beat the Wand. I was there at the first ever one 17 years ago, held by my good friends Magic Sam and Andy Birtwell. Well, this year it's gone, but fear not, something else is coming, just as crazy and just as wacky. And here to tell us all about it is the people's magician himself, Magic Sam.
It's got the same vibe. It's still rowdy. It's still likely to get the whole convention cancelled, but it's a little bit slicker, a little bit more professional. Good acts, still competing against each other, still with the audience in charge of who's going to win. Still some rowdiness, but it's going to be at a party. It's a 1 hour in your face. And people are going to leave. They're going to be like, what just happened there? What just happened?
What's it called?
It's called Battle Magic Cabaret.
And there's a battle aspect to it, you're saying? There's a competition aspect to it. How does that work?
They're all going to get a fee to do 7 minutes. And then at the end, they can choose. They can walk away with a fee. If that's what they want to do, they can walk away with a fee. Or they can say, so they're going to battle or rattle. If they rattle, walk off with your money, see you later, don't worry about it. If they battle, we'll have the audience cheer. Whoever cheers, gets the loudest cheer, is going to walk off with the money from everybody else battling. They're going to just be like, cheers, cheers, cheers. I'll take your fee. So it's up to them if they want to. They can walk off. There's no shame in that. There's a bit of shame in that. There's no shame in that. They can walk off. Or they can gamble to take everybody else's beer tokens off them, yeah.
It's genius, mate. And I'm not surprised because that's the sort of thing that you come up with constantly. And you're not just doing the battle cabaret. You're throwing yourself into the bear pit as well, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know how I got my arm twisted into that.
I saw you post that you got something up your sleeve. I don't want to know what it is. What I want to do is come along and watch it because I know that it's going to be incredible. That is your home. It's not close-up magic. It's a street show. It's a parlour show. It's having fun. It's loud. It's noisy. And only the toughest really survive. And I know that you're going to be great at it.
Well, you got me more worried now. I really should have done more research.
Season 2 of one of the most popular TV shows ever on Netflix is coming soon, Squid Games. And to celebrate that, we've come out with Squid Cards Season 2. It's going in the bundle. I'm also going to be putting in there an incredibly beautiful set of collector's cards from my theatre here in Spain, the Chamber of Secrets. Next up, we've got a show that isn't strictly magic. It's a stand-up show by one of the country's brightest up-and-coming stars, Mr. Jack Gledo. I've known you since you were a little boy, and you were bang into your magic. You were entertaining. You were like a little Norman Wisdom back then, but magic was your focus. And then I saw you a few years later, and you said, I've stopped, I've given it up. I'm doing comedy now. And my heart sank a little bit because I thought you had such a massive future in magic. And then I've started seeing you posting videos and putting stuff up, and you are smashing it in the comedy world, mate. And now you're back at Blackpool, so you've gone full circle. What you've got? You've got a show Saturday night, 11 o'clock. Tell us about it. Is it comedy? Is it magic? What are you going to be doing?
It's a show I did originally at the Edinburgh Festival about 5 years ago, and it's the story of getting into stand-up and doing stand-up. Like, got some of my best stand-up routines in it from the last few years, but that's kind of like the first half. So the first half is quite good if you've been at Blackpool all day and you just want to break from all the magic stuff and you just want a bit of a laugh, and then that's kind of what the first half of the show is. And then the second half is just me slagging off my childhood in magic, looking at when I got banned from the Magic Circle when I was 14.
When you got banned from the Magic Circle at 14? I didn't know that.
I'm not going to tell you anymore.
No, don't tell me. I'm going to come along and listen, yeah? Wow, that's brilliant. I've heard of people getting banned, but not at 14. That's serious, that, isn't it? Really, truly fascinated and excited about seeing it. You could tell us what you've been up to, though, with your comedy career, because it is blossoming, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's better than any job in the world. Like, I loved doing magic when I was a kid and that, but I realised pretty soon when I was about 15 that it was mainly like the telling the jokes that I did in my act that I enjoyed more than anything.
I mean, I'd never seen anyone at that age that you were with the talent that you had for performing. It was incredible. So yeah, I knew you were destined for stardom back then, and I was a bit disappointed when the magic came out of it. But I guess you've still always had a passion for it. You still do it, just not as a thing.
Oh yeah, and I kind of want to adapt. Like, there's bits of magic in the show, but I want to include magic, but in a way that it's not a magic show. I just think that's the way. Like, I love a show, theatre, and it has to be a bit of a performance for me. The whole thing, really.
If you've ever wanted to memorise a deck, I've got just a method. My new Ninja Stack. It's in the bundle. Next up is an incredibly busy close-up worker who adds a little twist to his close-up magic. And he's organising a secret after-hours workshop at the Ruskin. From Green Tea, it's Lawrence Turner. You've made it onto my list of things to see for a couple of reasons. First of all, you've got your standard green tea. So Green Tea is mainly based on rough and smooth things. And there is one trick that is one of my favourite tricks to perform, and everyone who's into bar magic or performing for the friends and things like that, this is a must-have trick. It's the ILC deck.
Yes, just this week I've been shooting a video tutorial to go with it as well.
What does ILC stand for? Do you want to tell us?
It stands for I Love Cock.
There you go. That'll give you a little insight into Lawrence's mind. And that leads us nicely on to your lecture as well, because you are known as a balloon guy. You've got a brilliant Instagram page. What's your Instagram called for anyone who wants to check that out?
My Instagram is @BalloonDicks.
That's not going to be in the lecture. You're keeping the lecture clean and telling us about your day job pretty much, if you want to explain that for me.
Yes, the lecture will be on how to do balloon modelling like a close-up magician. I do close-up magic, I do balloon modelling, and I kind of just smash the two together.
Brilliant, and that's what the lecture's about. You're going around telling people how you earn your living doing walk-around balloons. So you won't be doing the rude stuff in the lecture. I know you are planning something a bit more secret as well, and that's what I want to tell people about. You might be doing a late night thing in the Ruskin, is that right?
Yeah, like I say, if we're doing the risque, doing the balloon dicks, yeah, I might have half an hour or an hour in the Ruskin late night, teach people how to make a really good balloon deck.
Also going in the bundle, we've got my Essentials of Close-Up Magic download. This is brand new, never been seen, and is the backbone behind my new lecture. And something very special is going in the bundle. The creme de la creme of card and coin magic combined. It's the Dead Man's Hand. And to top it all off, I'm throwing in the card to wallet. You can take the card under wallet or the same wallet with the no palm card to wallet instructions. A great beginner's wallet that you can carry every day. So that's the bundle. It's £100. If you don't want the card under anywhere wallet, which was in last year's bundle, we'll knock that down to £80. But there's only 10, and once they're gone, they are gone. Message me on Facebook or send me an email to reserve yours, and you can pick it up at Blackpool. If you get in quickly and you need it posting, send me a message about that too. Let's roll on, Blackpool 2024. Woohoo!